I wanted to hop on here because I'm going through a phase right now that basically embodying the version of myself that I aspire to be, which is basically embarking my journey without feeling judgment. Obviously, I'm gonna feel judgment. Uh, it's what's limiting me at the moment, and or not anymore. I'm not gonna let it limit me anymore. But if you feel the same way, yourself is right on the other side. So I'm gonna give you an example of myself. I want to embody myself, my full limitless self, and that requires me to really be myself around people and not be the version of myself that I think that they want me to be. And even if that version of myself, that new version, makes them uncomfortable, is choosing to do that for yourself. You're doing yourself a favor while choosing yourself. You're choosing yourself and not choosing for others. So if you're going through the same thing, just know you're not alone. I'm going through the same shit right now. And it is pretty challenging. It feels hard, even though it's something pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. But it feels limiting. It's uncomfortable. And it will be until you adjust, until it feels normal. It's like when you try something new for the first time, it feels weird. It doesn't feel normal. It kind of feels uncomfortable. But the more you do it, the more it becomes normal. The more it becomes natural. So try it one time per day, then 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and more until you become that. Until it becomes more natural. And eventually it'll become your natural state. Anyway, I don't know how much time I have to get to work, but you can do this. If I can, you can. I wanted to add a little something. So you might notice that your mind is trying to protect you in some way, but in the same time, it's safe to do so. It's just your mind doesn't feel safe because it's embarking in a area of your life where you've never done before, and the unknown is scary to your mind, especially if you've been staying comfortable or mostly comfortable. The more you embark into the unknown, the more it's going to be natural. And so I wanted to come on here and say that if you try to be more yourself and you feel this judgment of yourself telling yourself, or your mind telling yourself that, oh, this is not me, I'm not that guy, I don't usually do this, or you might feel weird, you might feel like you're being awkward, or you're being for lack of a better word, weird. But just know that that's just your mind trying to project you, because you're embarking in unknown territory. So your mind is trying to say, hey, whoa, I don't know anything about this. I don't know this territory. Well, let's back off. It's trying to convince you, manipulate you into not embarking into this, because your mind knows you. It knows that if I tell you this, well, he's not going to go into that territory, right? Just a little word to add on what I previously said, again, is the more you do that, the more you do things that you've never done before, the easier it's going to become to do things that you've never done. So, the more you change, the more easier change is going to be for you. So change one small thing. If it's too hard, change one small thing. One small tiny thing every day. It does not have to be every day until you feel comfortable to start with. Then maybe on the next thing you change, push yourself even more. Keep pushing yourself. Keep going past the fence. Keep going past the barriers of your own prison. I'm gonna give you kind of a list of things I go by every day in my life that kind of helps me stay on track, and it's a good reminder to have, with you, to make sure that you keep on track and you don't fall off. So the best way I find myself, from my own experience and from people I've heard, the best way to take this, or the best way to do this, is to notice every time you act in some way, or the action that you do, whatever it may be, you reacting to a situation or whatever, how you react, you want to change that, or you doing something different when you're used to doing this instead. So you might not always be doing that perfectly or every time. Sometimes you'll catch yourself in the middle of doing it because it's programmed in your brain. It's programmed to automatically do it. It's things that you do unconsciously. So when you become aware of it, you become conscious of it. And when you're conscious, you're able to actually go in and change it. You're able to choose instead of going by the program. So if you notice yourself doing it, don't beat yourself up. It's normal. It's been programmed. You've been programmed like that. So it's gonna take however many times it needs, but it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time and time again of you recognizing it and changing it. The more often you change it, the better results you'll have. The better you'll start noticing. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes. You start to reprogram your brain to do this very thing you're trying to change. So